Hello, my dear students. Welcome back. In last classes, we have already studied about subject and predicate. I would like to repeat it once again. A sentence can be divided into two parts, that is, the subject and the predicate. A complete sentence can be divided into two parts. One is subject and other is predicate. See here in this example. The lion roared at Fleck. What I told you? What is subject? Subject is the name of a person, place, animals, birds or things that we talk about in a sentence. So, in this sentence, about what we are talking? The lion roared at Fleck. Here in this sentence, we are talking about the lion. So, the subject is the lion. Our subject part is lion, and which gives a more information about subject, that is our predicate. Roared at Fleck, that is predicate, because it is giving more information about what the subject does, what the subject is doing. That tells the predicate part. So roared at Fleck, that is predicate. The lion, because in this sentence we are talking about lion. So the lion is our subject part. Next example, Fleck hid behind Zizi. Here we are talking about the Fleck. Fleck. So Fleck is subject. Hid behind the Zizi. This is our predicate part, because predicate tells what the subject is doing, what the subject does. Hid behind Zizi. This is our predicate. And this sentence is talking about Fleck, that is subject. Who hid behind Zizi? What we answer get here? Fleck. So that is our subject part. One more thing I had taught you in last class. We have to first elect the subject. Lion roared at the Fleck. Lion roared at the Fleck. First we have to see the verb in this sentence. Which one is the verb? Roared. So before verb we have to use the question words, that is who or what. Who roared at Fleck? What answer we get here? The lion. So the lion is our subject. I hope you understood the subject and predicate. So now in this class I would like to teach you about the classification of subject and predicate. As here you can see, subject can be divided into two parts. Subject can be divided into two parts. That is, first one is simple subject and compound subject. Now just look at the examples. Our first example is John worked for our company. And second example, I went for a picnic. What you had observed here? In this part of subject, first see which one is the subject, who is doing action in these both sentences. John worked for our company. We are talking about John. So here John is John and I is our subject. So in this part of subject you can see here in these examples John and I. What we are seeing here? There is only one noun and one pronoun is present here. You can see that. John, one noun, and in second example I, that is pronoun. Only one noun and one pronoun is present. In second example I, one pronoun is present. So whenever one noun and one pronoun present in the subject part of the sentence, it is called simple subject. Got it? I will repeat it once again. Whenever one noun and one pronoun in the subject part is present in the subject part of the sentence, it is simple subject. Got it? Whenever one noun or one pronoun present in the subject, that is simple subject. Here you can see one noun, that is John, and one pronoun, that is I, is present in the subject parts. So that is our simple subject. Here you see in the second example, John and Rakesh work for our company. Second example, my friend and I went for a picnic. Here you can see John and Rakesh. John, which one is the subject here? Who is doing action? About what we are talking? We are talking about John and Rakesh. And in second sentence, my friend and I. So, we are talking about John and Rakesh, my friend and I. What you are observing here? Here, two noun and two pronouns are present. So, whenever two or more than two noun and pronoun is present in the subject part of the sentence, we call it as compound subject. You can see here John and Rakesh work for our company. Who? How many people actually working for the company here? Two. So, two or more than two forms the compound subject. Got it? And here in the second example, my friend and I went for a picnic. How many people actually went for the picnic? My friend and I, two people. So, my friend and I, these two, it became compound subject. Got it? In simple subject, only one noun is present. Only one noun is present in simple subject, and in compound subject, two or more than two noun or pronoun if present, that we call compound subject. Got it? Next is predicate. Similarly, predicate can also be divided into two parts, simple and compound predicate. Simple predicate and compound predicate. Let's see the examples. Shreya speaks Hindi. And second example, Rohan runs very fast. Simple predicate. In first example, how many activities is Shreya able to perform? How many activities she is doing? Only one. That she speaks Hindi. And in second example, Rohan runs very fast. Here, now you can see how many activities is Rohan able to perform. Only one. So, it became the simple predicate. Rohan runs very fast. This is our subject. Here we are not talking about subject. We are talking about predicate part. Predicate can also be divided into two parts. Simple predicate. Shreya and Rohan are our subject. What the Shreya is doing, what the Rohan is doing, that tells our predicate part. So, we are talking about simple predicate and compound predicate. Here, Shreya is doing only one activity. Rohan is also doing one activity. So, this is our simple predicate. Now look at these examples. Shreya speaks Hindi and writes Hindi. Rohan runs very fast and jumps very high. So, how many activities is Shreya able to perform? She speaks Hindi as well as she can write Hindi also. So, whenever two or more than two activities are being performed by the same subject, it is called the compound predicate. Here Shreya can perform two activities. She can speak Hindi, she can write Hindi also. So speaks Hindi and writes Hindi. This is K. Shreya speaks Hindi and writes Hindi. So here she is performing two activities. So that is called compound predicate. In next example, Rohan runs very fast and jumps very high. Rohan is our subject and here Shreya is our subject. So we are talking about predicate part. How many activities Rohan is able to perform? Runs very fast. He can run very fast as well as he can jumps very high. So here Rohan is performing two activities. Rohan runs very fast and jumps very high. Here Rohan able to do two activities. He is able to perform two activities. One, that he can run very fast, and second, he jumps very high. Again, two or more than two activities, if being performed by the same subject, it is called compound predicate. If two or more than two activities, here Shreya is performing two activities and Rohan is performing two activities. If two or more than two activities is being performed by same subject, Shreya and Rohan, here you can see, if it is being performed by the same subject, two or more than two activities, that we call it as the compound predicate. Speaks Hindi and writes Hindi. She is performing two activities. Here Rohan runs very fast and jumps very high. Again he is performing two activities. So this is our compound predicate. I hope you have understood the classification of subject and predicate, and I believe that you can now identify and distinguish subject and predicate given in a sentence. In last two classes, including this class, I taught you about subject and predicate, how to determine it, how to determine if sentence is given to you, how you will determine the subject part and predicate part. I hope you have understood that now. So now here, based on this topic, I prepared some questions on the subject and predicate. Identification of subject and predicate. First example is, let's look at the first sentence. Sahna is a beautiful girl. Sahna is a beautiful girl. What question can you form for this sentence? Who is the beautiful girl? Who is the beautiful girl? Sahna. Sahna is the subject. Whenever a name or a word answer of the question who answers the question who, it is always the subject. Let's talk about the form of a word. Sahna is a name. That's why it is a noun. Sahna is a name. So this is our noun. So you can see subject is always a noun or pronoun. Here Sahna is simple subject because there is no more information added along with the Sahna. So this is our simple subject. Rest of the words, is a beautiful girl. Is a beautiful girl is our predicate part. Okay. Next example. Rahul and Rohan joined the team. Rahul and Rohan joined the team. Who all joined the team? You could ask, who all joined the team? What question can you form for this sentence? Who all joined the team? Again, it is answering the question who. What answer you are getting here? here we are looking for the subject. You know that subject has to be noun or pronoun or noun phrase. How many nouns you have got? You have got 2 nouns. That is Rohan and Rahul and Rohan. How many nouns you have got? You have got 2 nouns. And what we have done with them? We have joined the 2 nouns with and. So whenever we join 2 nouns with each other with conjunction and, it is called the compound subject, which means to join 2 things. This Rahul and Rohan is our subject and this is our predicate. Got it? So let's look at the next example. Harry ate. So here, what is ate? Which is the subject? Here, ate is verb. What is ate? Which is the ate is the past form of eat. Eat is a verb. It's an action verb. It is doing action. Now, what is verb in a sentence? I taught you in last classes that what do we call that part of the sentence which tells us what the noun is doing. Here, what the noun is doing? He is eating. He ate. He is doing action, that he is eating here in this sentence. This question is actually answering what did Harry do? What we answer get? Harry ate. In that way, ate is the verb which is called the predicate. So predicate essentially answers what the subject is doing. So here what the subject is doing? Subject is eating here, that is doing the action of eating. So ate is our verb, that is predicate part. Predicate always contains the verb. A subject and predicate can form full sentence. One single subject and one single verb can form a full sentence. Harry is our subject, ate is predicate. Okay? Next example. She both laughed and cried at the film. She both laughed and cried at the film. When she saw the film, when one girl saw the film, she had mixed emotion. As you may have already guessed the subject, here the subject is she. And we have 2 verbs here, laughed and cried. She both laughed and cried. So 2 verbs coming together with and. 2 verbs coming together with and. So this is our compound predicate. This is our compound predicate. And she is our subject. This is pronoun. Subject always contains the noun, pronoun or noun phrase. Our next example is stars and planets form a galaxy. Here again this sentence is talking about stars and planets. So we got how many nouns we got in this sentence? 2 nouns. That is stars and planets. So this is our subject. Not only subject, that is compound subject. This is compound subject. This is compound predicate. Because we are talking about 2 nouns, stars and planets form a galaxy. Here form a galaxy is our predicate part. And we are talking about 2 subjects. Those are stars and planets. So this is our compound subject. Our next example is, we know that Sumit cannot speak or read Italian. Vinod and Sumit cannot speak and read Italian. So this is very interesting. See here, student. Here, what is the subject part and what is the predicate part? First we will find out that. Subject always the answers for who and what. Here, who cannot speak or read Italian? What answer we get here? That is Vinod. That is Vinod and Sumit. We are talking about Vinod and Sumit. This is our subject part. And we are talking about two subjects, means compound subject. Vinod and Sumit. This is our compound subject. Two or more than two. If whenever two or more than two noun and pronoun is present in the subject part of the sentence, we call it compound subject. Okay? And here in the predicate part, they cannot speak or read Italian. Here this predicate part is showing that they cannot speak and read. So this is our cannot speak. This is our compound predicate. This is compound subject and this is cannot speak or read Italian. That is our compound predicate, because that is showing two actions. They are performing two actions. Two subjects are performing two actions, two activities that they cannot speak and read also. So this is our compound predicate and this is our compound subject. Next example. His brother or my sister will accompany us. His brother and my sister. Here again two subjects are there. His brother. We are talking about two objects here. One is his brother and other is my sister. So this all together, this is our compound subject. And will accompany us, this is predicate part. Got it, my dear students? Our next example is Jack's poem about his mother made the class cry. Jack's poem about his mother made the class cry. What kind of a question you can make out of this sentence? You could say, whose poem made the class cry? Here, what would be the answer? What answer you will get? The answer would be Jack. So, Jack is our subject. Jack's poem about his mother. Now, this is here, this subject, our subject is Jack, but this whole is our subject part because it is giving full information about Jack. What made the class cry? Jack's poem about his mother made the class cry. What answer we are getting here? The answer would be Jack's poem about his mother. This full is our subject part. Jack's poem about his mother. This is a noun phrase. While teaching about the phrases and clauses, I will teach you in detail about phrases and clauses. But now this is our noun phrase. Jack's poem about his mother. The sentence is giving full information about Jack. So this subject is giving full information about Jack. So this is our subject and made the class cry. This is our predicate. Our next example is Sneha, Spurti and I watched the movie. Here you can see how many nouns and pronouns you got here. Here you can see two nouns and one pronoun is present. So this is also our compound subject. Here, three persons are doing action. We are talking about three persons. They are Sneha, Spurti and I. So, this is our compound subject. How many nouns and pronouns are there? Two nouns and one pronoun. So, this is our compound subject. One or more than, two or more than two. Whenever one or two or more than two nouns or noun or pronoun is present in the subject part of the sentence, that we call it as compound subject. They are watching the movie. They watch the movie. So, rest of the words are our predicate. Here, Sneha, Spurti and I is our compound subject. Let's look into the next example. Yellow stickers, old photographs and glitter covered Annie's diary. Yellow stickers, old photographs and glitter covered the Annie's diary. So, how many nouns are there? There are three nouns: yellow stickers, old photographs and glitter. We are talking about three objects here. So, this is our compound subject, because this sentence is talking about three nouns, three objects: yellow stickers, old photographs and glitter. So, this is our compound subject, and rest of the words are our predicate part. Got it? Now, our last example is Bhumika read, studied and slept. She read, studied and slept. So, in this sentence, we are talking about Bhumika. So, it is very easy. This is our subject. We are talking about only one subject, one noun, that is Bhumika. So, this is our subject part. But how many activities she is doing here? She is doing three activities. That is read, read, studied and slept. She read, studied and slept. So, here she is performing three activities. So, this is our predicate part. What is predicate? Predicate, whenever two or more than two activities is being performed by the same subject. All these three activities are being performed by same subject, that is the predicate. Here, two or more than two activities, if being performed by the same subject, that is called the compound predicate. This is our compound predicate. So, I hope this series of lesson on subject and predicate is really helpful for you to understand the main parts of the sentence. The main parts of the sentences are two. A complete sentence has two parts, that is subject and predicate. I hope you understood it very well. Thank you. Bye-bye.